Every thought we think and every word we speak is creating our future.
Louise Hay, though no longer with us, left an indelible mark on the hearts of millions. Her life journey is not just a story of a woman who overcame many hardships, but a testament to how positive thinking, self-love, and healing of the soul can extend life and make it meaningful and healthy. Born on October 8, 1926 in Los Angeles, Louise faced numerous challenges: poverty, abuse, illness. Yet it was these hardships that made her strong and inspired her to create a philosophy that helped not only herself, but millions of people around the world. She openly shared that the path to healing was long and difficult. In the 1970s, she was diagnosed with cervical cancer, but instead of giving up, she turned to the power of thought and self-suggestion. Louise believed that our thoughts can change physical reality and help us heal even from the most severe illnesses. Here are a few of Louise Hay's secrets that she shared with the world, which continue to inspire many. Point number 1, the power of thought and positive affirmations. The core principle of Louise's philosophy was that our thoughts shape our reality. She believed that illnesses begin at the level of consciousness and emotions. For example, chronic resentment or anger can eventually manifest in the body as illness. Louise taught that negative thoughts need to be replaced with positive ones using affirmations, short, positive statements. One of her favorite affirmations was, "I love and approve of myself. All is well in my life." She often said, "If you want to change your life, start by changing your thoughts." In her understanding, our emotions and thoughts are reflected in the physical body, and to achieve health, one must first learn to think positively. Point number 2, self-forgiveness and letting go of resentment. Louise Hay believed that holding on to resentment and unresolved emotional trauma blocks energy in the body, which can lead to physical diseases. One of the main tools of healing, in her view, was forgiveness, both of oneself and others. According to her, forgiveness frees us from internal pain and allows energy to flow freely, promoting health and longevity. Point number 3, self-love as the key to health. Self-love was a central theme in Louise Hay's teachings. She noted that many people forget the importance of self-love, don't accept their bodies, don't appreciate their achievements, and constantly criticize themselves. For Louise, self-love was the foundation of health and longevity. She believed that only by accepting ourselves as we are can we begin true healing. Point number 4, visualization and meditation. Meditation and visualization played a key role in her life. Louise believed that to achieve harmony in the soul and body, one must take time daily for inner peace. She claimed that visualization helps set the mind towards the desired future, whether it be health, well-being, or happiness. Louise's life showed that the practice of visualization can attract positive changes while maintaining inner balance. Point number 5, nutrition as part of spiritual health. Though not an expert in dietetics, Louise always emphasized the importance of balanced nutrition. She believed that food impacts our well-being not only physically, but emotionally as well. Eating fresh vegetables and fruits, drinking plenty of water, and avoiding toxic foods were some of the simple rules she followed. Point number 6, mindful breathing and physical activity. Louise paid attention not only to mental health, but also to physical health. Her morning routine always began with mindful breathing. She believed that breath is the bridge between mind and body, and that deep, conscious breathing helps clear the body of negativity and fill it with energy. Physical activity also played a vital role in her life. She practiced light exercises and yoga, which helped maintain the flexibility of both body and spirit. Point number 7. Water as a source of youth. One of her simplest yet most effective tips was to drink more water. Louise claimed that water helps cleanse the body and mind of toxins. She started her day with a glass of warm water with a lemon, which, according to her, kick-started cleansing processes and helped maintain her skin's tone. Point number 8. Laughter as medicine. Laughter is the best medicine, Louise would say. She often emphasized that the ability to laugh at oneself and at life's difficulties helps lighten emotional burdens and strengthen health. Laughter improves mood, reduces stress, and, as she believed, extends life. Point number 9. Forgiving the body. Louise recommended not only forgiving others, but also forgiving your own body. She said many people are dissatisfied with their appearance or health, which creates internal conflict. She advised everyone to say to their body, "I love you and thank you for everything you do for me." This strengthens the connection with one's body and helps in its healing. Point number 10. Belief in the power of spiritual healing. Louise always emphasized the importance of spiritual growth. For her, spirituality was an integral part of a healthy life. She believed that every person can be their own healer if they work on their inner world. Louise's belief in spiritual healing helped her overcome cancer and live a long, productive life. Point number 11. Releasing negative beliefs. Louise Hay taught that negative beliefs ingrained in our subconscious can cause not only emotional, but also physical illnesses. One of her core principles was to replace negative beliefs with positive ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I am not worthy of love," Louise recommended affirming, "I deserve love, and it surrounds me." This simple yet powerful approach transformed the lives of many people who learned to let go of old negative beliefs and replace them with positive ones. Point number 12. Viewing illnesses as teachers. Louise didn't view illnesses as punishment or cruel jokes from nature, but as signals from the body, which attempts to communicate an imbalance in life. She advised seeing each illness as an opportunity for self-discovery and healing. For example, chronic pain or discomfort may be related to suppressed emotions, fears, or unresolved internal conflicts. An important step in healing, she believed, was identifying and addressing the psychological cause of the illness. Friends, before we continue, we recommend subscribing to our channel for more valuable videos on health, youth, and longevity. Also, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new helpful releases. Now, let's continue. Point number 13, mindfulness and gratitude in everyday life. Louise Hay emphasized the importance of a mindful approach to every day. She encouraged people to pay attention to small details and be grateful for every aspect of life, whether it's a sunny day, a delicious meal, or a stranger's smile. Gratitude, in her view, attracts more positive changes into our lives. The more grateful you are, the more reasons you'll have to be grateful, she said. This principle works both in the external world and within ourselves, filling life with positivity. Point number 14, creating a safe space around you. Louise spoke about the importance of creating a safe and harmonious space around yourself. This could involve both physical space, like a clean and cozy home, and emotional space surrounded by loving and supportive people. She believed that a negative environment could drain our energy and lead to illness. so she advised avoiding toxic relationships and situations that bring discomfort. Point number 15. Living in harmony with nature. Although Louise Hay was more well known as a spiritual leader, she also stressed the importance of living in harmony with nature. She believed that we are part of a larger natural cycle, and when we learn to live in tune with nature, it reflects positively on our physical and emotional health. Louise recommended spending more time outdoors, enjoying natural landscapes, and making time for walks. She believed that connecting with nature helps restore inner balance and brings peace. Point number 16. The ability to say no. Louise Hay often emphasized the importance of setting boundaries. She noted that many people suffer because they are afraid to stand up for their interests or say no to others. This leads to accumulated resentment, stress, and dissatisfaction. Louise taught that it's important to respect your own needs and not be afraid to refuse others if something goes against your principles or resources. The ability to say no can help maintain your mental balance and health. Point number 17, self-care as a daily practice. Louise Hay believed that self-care should be a daily habit, not something done sporadically. She recommended taking time every day for simple activities that bring joy and help keep the body and soul in harmony. This could be time spent reading a book, taking a bath with essential oils, or even just a morning skincare routine. Louise emphasized that these small daily steps lay the foundation for a long and happy life. Point number 18, energetic cleansing of space. Louise also believed in the importance of maintaining the energetic cleanliness and harmony of one's environment. She recommended periodically decluttering your home to create space for new energy. Additionally, Louise suggested conducting energetic cleansings through meditations, burning candles, or even aromatherapy to create an atmosphere in the home conducive to inner peace. Point number 19, rejecting the victim mentality. Louise Hay warned against feeling like a victim of circumstances. She believed it was important not to place the blame for your illnesses or failures on other people or situations, but to take responsibility for your health and happiness. She asserted that only we can change our lives and heal ourselves. And she urged everyone to become active creators of their own reality. Point number 20, daily gratitude practices. Another important tip from Louise Hay was to keep a gratitude journal. She recommended writing down at least 3 things each evening for which you are grateful that day. This simple ritual helps focus on the good and attracts more positive moments into your life. Louise believed that when we tune into gratitude, we change our perception of the world and begin to notice more wonders around us. Point number 21, emotional cleansing through writing. Louise Hay often recommended writing letters to oneself or to others as a way to express feelings. These could be letters where a person pours out their grievances, fears, or disappointments. She believed that such letters, even if never sent, help release accumulated negative emotions. After writing, one could burn the letter, imagining how the fire takes away all the hurt and pain. Point number 22, the importance of forgiving yourself. In addition to forgiving others, Louise emphasized the importance of forgiving oneself. She asserted that many people live under the weight of guilt for past mistakes. To her, this burden was one of the biggest barriers to healing. She recommended reminding oneself daily that mistakes are part of life and can be corrected by accepting oneself with love and understanding. Point number 23, creativity as a healing tool. Louise often spoke about creativity as a powerful tool for maintaining both mental and physical health. She herself spent a lot of time writing books, creating meditations, and inspiring texts. Louise recommended that everyone find time for creative activities, whether it's drawing, music, or simply journaling. It helps express feelings and thoughts and taps into internal resources for self-restoration. Point number 24, trust in the process of life. One of her key pieces of advice was to trust the process of life. Louise claimed that life always leads us to the best outcome, even if it doesn't seem that way at the moment. She encouraged people not to resist changes and challenges, but to embrace them as opportunities for growth and transformation. Everything happens in its own time, she would say, stressing the importance of patience and acceptance. Point number 25, constant work on inner beliefs. Louise believed that the work on oneself never ends. Even if a person has already learned to think positively, forgive, and love themselves, there are always new levels to reach. She recommended regularly reviewing one's internal beliefs, identifying negative ones, and replacing them with more positive thoughts. This constant self-development was, for her, the key to health and longevity. Point number 26, creating a mental vision board. One tool that Louise often recommended was creating a mental vision board. She encouraged visualizing the future, imagining what a person wants to achieve in life. This could be done by creating collages with images that symbolize goals, or simply by mentally picturing an ideal day. Louise believed that such practices help set the mind towards positive change and attract desired outcomes into one's life. Point number 27, the practice of giving yourself daily compliments. Another interesting piece of advice from Louise Hay was the practice of giving yourself daily compliments. She suggested looking in the mirror every day and saying something kind to yourself. I love and accept you. You're amazing. You deserve the best. This practice helped people build self-confidence and fill themselves with love, which in turn reflected on their physical and emotional well-being. Point number 28, the role of music and sounds in healing. Louise paid attention to the healing power of sounds and music. She said that certain music could help relax, relieve stress, and restore harmony within the body. Meditative music, sounds of nature, or calming classical pieces were all examples she recommended for tuning into a positive mindset. Louise advised incorporating such music during meditation or simply to create a relaxing atmosphere at home. Point number 29, respecting your body through care rituals. Louise recommended regularly engaging in self-care rituals that show respect and love for the body. This could involve taking an aromatic bath, using natural oils for massage, or even mindfully applying creams and lotions. Louise believed that caring for the body strengthens not only physical health, but also deepens the connection with oneself. Point number 30, decluttering your space of unnecessary things. Another piece of advice she gave was related to physical space. Louise argued that clutter and chaos in the home could reflect a person's internal state. She encouraged people to regularly declutter their space to make room for new opportunities and positive changes. Cleaning and creating a harmonious environment were seen by her as important steps on the path to inner healing. Point number 31, letting go of fear of the future. Louise Hay often spoke about how fear of the future is one of the main factors that holds people back and leads to illness. She recommended not fixating on the future, but focusing on the present moment. Whenever anxiety about tomorrow arose, Louise suggested reminding oneself, I am here and now, and everything in my life is unfolding perfectly. This releases unnecessary stress and helps one enjoy life. Point number 32. Boosting immunity through positive thoughts. Louise believed that positive thinking directly influences physical health, including the immune system. She advised practicing daily affirmations that support strong health and vitality. An example of such an affirmation: my body is a healthy and strong system. My immune system protects me, and I am completely healthy. Point number 33. Releasing judgment of yourself and others. Louise Hay warned against judgment, both of oneself and others. In her view, judgment creates internal discomfort and blocks positive change. Instead, she encouraged developing compassion and understanding, both for oneself and for others. Letting go of judgment opens the way to inner peace and harmony with those around you. Point number 34. Simplicity in skincare and body care. Louise always advocated for minimalism in skincare and body care. She believed that the skin needs as few chemicals as possible and that natural beauty comes from simple care practices: hydration, sun protection, and proper nutrition. She also emphasized the importance of regular practices such as meditation and relaxing baths to keep the body in harmony with the soul. By the way, friends, before we continue, we'd like to recommend you check out our other videos featuring incredible people who have defied aging. You can find the link to the playlist by clicking the card in the top right corner or in the first pinned comment below this video. Now let's continue. Point number 35. Meditations for every aspect of life. Louise created many meditations aimed at improving different aspects of life: health, relationships, career, financial well-being. She recommended practicing meditation daily to balance the inner world and create harmony in life. These meditations helped people calm their minds and focus their consciousness on positive change. Point number 36. Visualization of inner healing. Visualization was one of Louise Hay's favorite tools. She recommended practicing daily visualizations, imagining how health and healing fill the body. By visualizing each cell becoming healthy and full of energy, a person tunes their body for self-healing. According to Louise, this practice helps activate the body's natural regeneration and restoration processes. Point number 37. Gratitude for the body. Louise Hay advised expressing gratitude for one's body daily, regardless of its current state. She suggested taking time to say thank you to your body for supporting you every day. This practice helps to establish a deep connection with oneself and improves the perception of one's body, regardless of age or health condition. Point number 38. The ability to let go of the past. Louise Hay often spoke about how many people get stuck in the past and are unable to move forward. She claimed that to heal and live fully, one must release negative events from the past and no longer dwell on them. The past has no power over me is one of her most famous affirmations. Letting go of the past allows you to focus on the present and the future. Point number 39. The importance of proper breathing. Louise emphasized the importance of proper breathing. She believed that deep breathing helps calm the nervous system, oxygenates the body, and promotes relaxation. Her advice was to take a few deep breaths whenever feelings of stress or anxiety arise. This simple practice can quickly restore inner balance. Point number 40. Welcoming change with joy. Louise taught that change is an inevitable part of life, and instead of fearing it, one should learn to welcome it with joy. She encouraged viewing any change, even difficult ones, as opportunities for growth and development. "Every change brings me only good" was another affirmation that helped her followers embrace life's challenges with ease. Louise Hay left behind a wealth of wisdom that continues to inspire millions of people worldwide. Her approach to life, through self-love, positive thinking, inner harmony, and caring for the body, not only helps in healing from illness, but also leads to living a long and fulfilling life. Today, her legacy continues to guide people on their journey to self-healing, happiness, and longevity. Friends, what do you think about this amazing woman? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and share the link with your friends.